Hey, welcome to ManKitchenRecipes. I hope that reading that title about an In-N-Out meatloaf got your attention. That's right, In-N-Out meatloaf. Let's go inside. I'll show you exactly how I made this. We'll come back out, give it a taste test. All right, well, just like every other meatloaf, you need breadcrumbs. Well, we're going to use a burger bun for our breadcrumbs. I'm going to toast it up, dry it up, crumble it up, and go from there. All right, I'm going to use half of an onion, finely diced. Okay, here's my hamburger bun after we toasted it and crumbled it. Look at that. Now we need to add 2 tablespoons of milk. Never quite understood the milk part, but we'll do it. We'll mix this up a little bit. Okay, then we're going to add 2 pounds of hamburger, ground burger. This almost makes it like a double-double, doesn't it? 2 tablespoons of mustard. Now, it kind of makes it resemble the animal style. Tablespoon of ketchup. Teaspoon of kosher salt. Teaspoon of black pepper. Tablespoon of wash your sister sauce. W sauce. What you got here sauce? Whatever you want to call it. 1 egg. And we can't forget the onion. All right, now we just mix it up gently. All right, I got a parchment lined sheet pan, and we're just going to form a loaf out of it. Pretty easy stuff. We're going to smoke this in the Pit Boss Lexington 500 pellet grill, 275 degrees. This will be 2 parts. We'll probably put it in there for just about an hour. And then we'll put our sauce and everything on it. And go from there. Remember, this is an In-N-Out. Yeah, my version of an In-N-Out meatloaf. Okay, all right. Once again, we've got the Pit Boss running at 275. I don't know if you can see that down there. Put this right in here. Check it at about 45. We'll probably go an hour. See you in a sec. All right, while that meatloaf is cooking, I don't know if you guys like onions on your In-N-Out burgers. I prefer grilled onions, so I'm going to grill up some onions. Okay, we're just under an hour, about 50 minutes. Look at that. All right, so whenever I go to In-N-Out, like I said, we get extra spread whenever we're there. Closest one to me is in Flagstaff, Arizona, so my son lives there, so we always ask for extra spread. So if you have an In-N-Out nearby, or if you're near one, or if you're lucky enough, then get some extra spread. Now we're going to put the extra spread right on top of the meatloaf. All right, that's only 2 packets, so that's pretty good. I think I'm going to do a 3rd one. I got lots of spread. So when we make smash burgers, everybody gets their own In-N-Out spread packets. Okay, or you can make animal fries, whatever you want. We're going to let this go for about maybe 20 more minutes. I temped it out, it was at 155, so you really only need your meatloaf to get around 160, but we'll go about 20 minutes and I'm going to add even more spread. Just for good measure. Alrighty, we'll be back in a second. Alright, it's been roughly 25 minutes. Oh, look at that. Alright. Alright, so now what we got to do is put some cheese on there. I mean, it is an In-N-Out. Looks like 3's going to do it. And then I'm going to put my grilled onions on there while the cheese is still cool and not melted all the way. right, we're just going to let this go for roughly 5 minutes and let that cheese melt. Be right back. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. Oh, look at that. All right, we're going to take this off, let it cool down, and do a taste test. Okay, there we go. Let's cut it in half and see what it looks like. Look at that. All right, let's go outside and do a taste test. All right, there you go. Wind died down a tiny bit. Lexington, Pit Boss Lexington 500. I made this In-N-Out meatloaf using the In-N-Out spread from In-N-Out Burgers. Okay, you got to have fries with an In-N-Out burger, right? So here we go. Let's give it a taste. At the top with that cheese. Here we go. I'll tell you what, this isn't an In-N-Out burger, but with that In-N-Out spread on there, the American cheese and the grilled onions, it's pretty darn good. Okay. If you like In-N-Out burgers, give this a try. If you don't like In-N-Out burgers, well, if you can't get the sauce, there's plenty of recipes online to make your own sauce just like this. I make one very similar to this. Super easy. I think it's just ketchup, mayonnaise, apple cider vinegar, some pickle relish. Anyway, give it a try. I think you might enjoy it. Thanks for checking this out, and hope you have a great day.